So, you're planning a trip to India? Amazing. You've probably got a whole list of incredible sights you want to see. But there's always that one big question, right? How in the world do you get around? Well, today we're going to crack the code on the absolute best way to navigate India's beautiful, vibrant, and yeah, sometimes chaotic landscapes by car.
Oh, yeah. You've seen the pictures. The Taj Mahal at sunrise, those dreamy beaches in Goa, the absolutely buzzing markets in Delhi. But then reality hits. How do you actually get from one place to the next? It's a super common worry. And you know what? It's a totally valid one.
I mean, let's be real. Public transport, it's an option, sure, but it can be, well, confusing, super crowded, and it can just gobble up so much of your precious vacation time. Especially if it's your first time visiting, just figuring out the travel part can feel pretty overwhelming.
Okay, so this really lays it all out. You've got two main paths you can take. On one side, you've got the do-it-yourself route, which means navigating some pretty wild traffic, trying to figure out confusing roads, and maybe even dealing with language barriers. It sounds stressful, right? But then, look at the other side. A totally relaxing journey where a local pro handles everything. We're talking about two completely different worlds here. And that, my friends, brings us to what so many seasoned travelers call the ultimate hack for exploring India: the chauffeur-driven car. Seriously, this isn't just some fancy luxury thing. Nope. It's about unlocking a totally smooth, safe, and honestly, a much more authentic way to really see the country. So, what are you really getting with this? Well, you're getting a local expert who knows how to handle those unpredictable roads like the back of their hand. You're getting a translator to help you bargain at the local markets. You're getting a guide who knows all the best shortcuts and, importantly, the safest places to stop for a bite. On top of all that, you get to just kick back in comfort and safety and completely skip the legal headache of things like international driving permits. It's a game changer. And listen, this is not some rigid, one-size-fits-all tour bus experience. Not at all. This is all about tailoring the journey to you. With a network that covers more than 120 cities, you get to pick the car you want and design the exact itinerary of your dreams. So for most folks, if you're traveling solo, as a couple, or with a small family, a nice, comfy sedan or maybe a slightly bigger SUV is going to be perfect. It gives you all the space you need for zipping between cities or just heading out for a day of sightseeing. But what if you've got a bigger crew? Maybe you're traveling with a large group of friends, or you're in town for a special event like a wedding. No problem. That's where the larger vans come in. They've got tons of room for everyone and all their luggage, which makes those longer road trips super comfortable. And hey, if you're looking to travel in ultimate style, or maybe you want to make a more eco-friendly choice, you've got options there too. We're talking everything from high-end luxury cars to a growing number of electric vehicles. Just look at this list. This really gives you a taste of the sheer scope of where you can go. We're talking about the powerhouse city of Mumbai, the capital, Delhi, of course, Agra for the Taj Mahal, the stunning palaces of Rajasthan, the sunny beaches of Goa, the peaceful backwaters of Kerala. I mean, the entire country is basically at your fingertips.
And you know, this whole service isn't just for those epic multi-week vacations. It's super flexible. Think about it. Simple airport pickups, dedicated sightseeing tours for a day, even corporate travel. Or maybe you just need a car for a multi-day road trip or for a special event. It covers all the bases.
Okay, so let's say you're on board with this idea. Awesome. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. This is your smart playbook. Just a few essential tips to make sure your whole experience is absolutely seamless from start to finish. There are really just 5 simple things to keep in your back pocket. First, like we've been saying, always go for a chauffeur. Second, book in advance, especially if you're traveling during peak season, which is roughly October to March. Third, make sure you understand the pricing up front. Fourth, keep a copy of your passport handy. And finally, get to know the local tipping etiquette. Easy enough, right? Let's talk pricing for a sec, because it's actually pretty straightforward. If you're doing local sightseeing, it's usually based on a package, like for 8 hours and 80 kilometers. Simple airport runs, those are almost always a flat rate. And for those longer multi-day trips to another city, it's typically priced by the kilometer, plus a daily driver allowance, which just covers their food and a place to stay.
All right, what about tipping? It's a great question. Now, it's never absolutely required, but a daily tip somewhere between 200 and 500 rupees is seen as a really kind and respectful gesture for good service. It's just a simple way to say thank you for a job well done. So, when you put all these pieces together, what you have is a blueprint for traveling through India without the stress. It lets you focus on the incredible experience, not on the nitty-gritty logistics. It really is, quite simply, the smartest way to see the very best of this amazing country.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just about getting from point A to point B, right? It's about making sure your whole journey is safe, comfortable, and memorable, so that the stories you tell are about India's wonders, not about being stuck in traffic.
So that leaves us with just one final exciting question. Now that you know how to do it, the only thing left to decide is, where will your Indian adventure begin?